Is this one of the worst restaurants at Disney Springs?
Princess of Bear, today we are back at Disney Springs, as the princess said, because it's time to return to
T-Rex.
the place of bones.
Because they have a new menu.
Yes, and then when you say the word new menu, it's like a call from the back of the woods.
We don't like that.
No, we don't. So it's your number one choice in foodie infotainment. We have to come out to see what that's all about. So remember, she's vegan. I'm not. I'm going to be an archaeologist.
It's time to foodie and chill. For this meal, I chose not to order any of the specialty drinks. There's a lot of non-vegan things here. I'm not a big fan of what they have available. So I just went with like my standard J-Mo ginger. But know that like there's good beers, there's some wines. It's just not my vibe tonight, so I'm passing.
The strawberry Corona Rita.
No, I came into T-Rex with a bone to pick. Mainly because there's lots of bones here. And I did say in the intro that I was going to be an archaeologist. I've never wanted to be an archaeologist. As a child, I wanted to be a firefighter. How far I have strayed. Firefighter, wanted to be a firefighter in first grade, and in second grade I wanted to be an astronaut. Fails on both, clearly. Space cadet, but not the space cadet I wanted to be. So, Corona Ritas, that's the princess's bag. I don't do Corona Ritas. I think they're a touristy gimmick, but Corona Ritas with flavor. A frozen strawberry margarita with Corona Rita, now you have my interest. Like, Alan Grant style. Frozen strawberry, Mexican beer, turned upside down as like a reverse floater. It's gimmicky as hell, but I can get on board with that. In a place where the gimmick is the gimmick, give it a little bit. 3.5 out of 5 claws. I'm kind of the coolest one of this duo of YouTube, but I saw this. I didn't see this before. It's a megalodon drink. It's like rum, and vodka. And then you get like a plastic shark. But, one, I think that Shea Alcatraz Universal probably makes a better shark-based drink, and I can't cheat on Merv. If he found out I cheated on him with the preferred shark drink, I think I'd break my own heart. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
The Grain Bowl, vegan.
This is the new addition to the T-Rex menu. This is the Ancient Grain Bowl. It is vegan, even though it is labeled vegetarian. You can make it pescatarian with shrimp, and I think there's a chicken option as well. This is basically the same Ancient Grain Bowl that you get at the Rainforest Cafe. The Beyond Burger is still available as well, so check out our last review for our thoughts on that. And then there used to be some Impossible Nuggets for kids. Those have been removed from the menu as well. So all we have now is that's new for vegans is this Ancient Grain Bowl. So not really looking forward to this. I do think it looks a little bit better than what they serve at Rainforest Cafe. You have like bigger veggies. Let's go ahead and just dive into it and see. So I got some quinoa and some rice. And I guess I'm just gonna grab one of these cauliflowers here. Let's just commit to this mistake. I do have hot sauce in my bag and pocket parmesan nooch. Maybe I should add some of that. Somehow the veggies are undercooked and the grains are overcooked. I think that's pretty much what you would expect from a restaurant like this, but if you were actually looking for something to like enhance your palate, this is not the thing. It will feed you though, it is sustenance and it's not a Beyond Burger, so I guess for people that do not want all meats, at least you have an option here for you that's not, it's okay. I would give it like a 2.5 out of 5 Ancient Grain Bowls. It makes me feel, I don't know, I don't feel powered up. I guess I'm like the meteor, I'm gonna crash down on the dinosaurs. That's kind of morbid. I don't know. It's not pleasant. We're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it.
Let's be real. You're never gonna be able to sit me in front of a T-Rex or get me to come to T-Rex, and that will take a lot, mind you, and convince me that this place isn't a bare bones reskin of Rainforest Cafe. No, they're owned by the same company. The aesthetic is the same. The menus are very, very similar. They even look very, very similar, like design and aesthetic and whatnot. But this is a great place for families. It's very built for large parties and things like that, which is why people come here. It's always a very popular restaurant. You're never gonna hurt for a reservation, but it is a very popular restaurant. Giving us a quinoa grain bowl at both, though, goes beyond reskin to like borderline lazy. But this is what you're presenting, so all I can do is review it. After that, it's really out of my hands. These pieces are massive. And I don't say that as a good thing because it makes it very hard to get on a fork. There's this concept at home, cooking, you know? We do cook at home occasionally. We don't always eat out at the park, so we're here a lot, but we do cook at home a lot. Different vegetables, okay? Come in different sizes, densities. They cook at different speeds. Carrot, for instance, is a lot denser than, say, like a piece of cauliflower or broccoli. You could cook a bigger piece of cauliflower for less time than a smaller carrot because of how dense they are. In this bowl, that appears to be a problem because the veggies don't feel all the way cooked. The ones that are cooked feel slightly overcooked, and the quinoa, well, the quinoa slash rice, whatever this is, because it's not all quinoa, is a nothing burger. It's just like useless carbs at the bottom, useless grains at the bottom of your bowl. Not even in a powerful way. It's like rest in power. You're deceased now. That's what that feels like. If you come here with a party, say you're doing a birthday party, because there's been 7 since we sat down, and you're vegan, you will have something to eat. Will you necessarily be happy about what you have to eat? Probably not. But remember, there is alcohol. And luckily, there are other places at Disney Springs for you to grab something to go. I'd give this a 1.75 out of 5 claws. Even on its best day and everything was perfectly cooked, I don't know that I would ever recommend that you come here for your vegan. It's just not a high selling point.
Roasted Tuscan chicken with a surprise.
If it's one thing you can never say about Rainforest Cafe or its sister slash cheap DLC restaurant, T-Rex, where we are now, is the portion sizes are not small. They believe that in the prehistoric times, everything was bigger when they were dinosaurs. Texas just stole that and tried to claim it for their own. So this is a Tucson roasted chicken. It is a huge half a chicken on top of like potatoes and veggies. That's almost like a third of a Walmart rotisserie chicken. And you get a little bit of lemon and this little cheese bake. I have absolutely no idea what this is. I thought it was going to be a kale salad, is what it said on the menu, but apparently it's kale and cheese. The desire of this restaurant to serve things in greasy cheese, that could be a whole video of me just ranting with drinks. But I digress. We're gonna get back to this chicken. The crust on the chicken looks nice. It looks seasoned. It looks like somebody's ancestors treated them right. It's a nice white meat. It's looking a little pink in there, but you know what? I'm gonna trust them. That's what I do here at Disney.
Is that a good idea?
I trust them to give me good food. Usually not. When I see pink chicken, I worry immediately, but I do this so you don't have to. I can see that my jokes about being an archaeologist are not going to end in this video. I feel like I'm like dusting off a skeleton to find like some answers as to why this tastes like nothing. Like, it's a roasted chicken, don't get me wrong. It's cooked. There are some questionable looking parts in here, but it is actually cooked just barely. The skin is crispy. There appears to be some sort of seasoning on it, but it don't taste like nothing. Somewhere in the like swirl of time, somewhere in the vortex, it lost flavor. It's just chicken. Not a roast veggies. It's not gonna be anything remarkable. It's not gonna be anything you write home about. It's not gonna be something you put in like your archaeologist's journal. You're not publishing any papers based off the chicken, but it is in fact chicken, and there's a lot of it. That's about the nicest thing I can say about it. Like, it's cooked, and it is in fact chicken. It's not the worst I've ever tasted. But it's never going to be something I recommend to anybody. Especially when there's other places here Disney Springs to eat at. I would give it a solid, not even solid 2. I'm giving it a 2.25 out of 5 claws. I can't even give it 2.5 because I feel like that would be insulting to the rest of the people that cook chicken with actual flavor. When they give you like a whole half a lemon with herbs on it, I'm assuming they mean for this to go on top of the chicken. Maybe it will draw out some of its latent flavors. Maybe there's a hidden DLC that includes taste buds in here somewhere. I'm not quite sure. We're gonna find out together. We're gonna dig for it. Lightly lemon flavored white meat. That's about it. That's not gonna change my rating. Let's try these potatoes, or the side of veggies. Looks like we have a huge half a purple potato, more potato, thick carrots, more potato. It looks to be very similar to the veggies that the princess got in her bowl, but not. This looks sus. The veggies are cooked, very soft, which is weird seeing as my veggies are cooked and the princess weren't. It almost feels like your aunt that cooks for Thanksgiving, who nobody ever wants to cook, but every once in a while she gets it right. Those are one of those. I give the veggies 2 out of 5 claws. As for this kale and cheese spinach concoction, still looking at genuine worry on my face.
Maybe it's cream.
The cheesy kale. Why? Man, just call me a hater at this point, okay? Because it's food. It's food. I give the cheesy kale a 2 out of 5 claws. I'm giving the entire plate a 2. This has to be the most boring piece of chicken I've ever eaten in my life. I feel like that review just answered our question.
I have so many things to say about T-Rex. I don't even know where to start.
That chicken is like the song Baby Got Back if Baby had no back.
I ate what I could of my ancient grain bowl. I will say that it was slightly better than the one that I had at Rainforest, but not by much, only because there was no pico on it, and the pico on there was just weird for the Rainforest.
My chicken looked like it had seasoning, but it literally gave nothing. It was just chewing white meat, and as I got closer to the center, it just got drier and drier and harder to eat. It was just not great.
So what I was feeling while we were dining at this restaurant reminded me of something that Bear said when we were at, I want to say it was Planet Hollywood.
Yeah.
You mentioned, or maybe it was Bubba Gump, which Bubba Gump is also Landry's, which is part of the whole T-Rex family, so it makes sense. Yes, it was Bubba Gump. You were like, you made mention about something about how like the food is like made in like a bag, like a pre-packaged bag.
Yes.
And then they just like do the bag thing and like open it up and put it on the food.
For commercial restaurants, everything's pre-portioned. And like for the most part, it's pre-seasoned. They can get it, and it's just like conveyor belt, cook, serve, cook, serve.
I think that's the T-Rex model, 100%. I think that's what they do, and that's why the food tastes the way that it does.
Peak efficiency without letting chefs be chefs. So like you could have anybody in the kitchen that would work. Now I'm not insulting T-Rex chefs. I'm sure they're working their literal prehistoric behinds off in there, but the whatever translating from the kitchen to the table is just not working.
And speaking of that, yes, big props to the kitchen, because even if they are doing the conveyor belt food,
the food came out fast.
The host stand and the way that they seat these tables is kind of outrageous.
It's a machine.
Every single table is like usually like a 6 to 10 top, and like they seat them all at once, and like everybody gets their food on a very like
because
timely manner.
They sat so many 6 tops around us. We thought we were gonna like wait for our food.
Yeah.
We got our drink, and then like less than 10 minutes later, both plates at the table.
Yeah, I thought I went to the restroom and then came back. I thought we'd be sitting for a while, but as soon as I came back, the food was there. So that was that was impressive, but also kind of made me feel like the reinforced of what you had mentioned at Bubba Gump about the food in the bag.
Conveyor belt prepackaged food. But I know there's a lot of you that love T-Rex. Like, this is like one of your traditions. You have to come here. Like, this is like the thing you do with your family every time you come to Disney World. But I need to understand why you do that. There are other restaurants here. So why T-Rex? Why do that to yourselves? You can get Rainforest Cafe in your hometown.
That's true.
Why would you come to Disney World?
Well, because T-Rex is the only one versus like Rainforest is like an established chain.
It's a rainforest reskin.
It's a rainforest of dinosaurs, and some people want the dinosaurs.
I'm going to need you guys to explain yourselves in the comments below. Now, if there's anything else you can see us do, even if you want us to go about another rainforest.
Ooh.
That will always be the place to find us. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday.
we'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And one more note, I did get $25 off from this meal because it's our birthday. Landry's birthday gift.
Always get your Landry's card.
It's our birthday in September. It's our birthday.
You're the girl.